Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Today we have a super cool comic book to look at. It is The Ambassadors, issue 3 by Mark Millar and Travis Charest. Yes, the amazing Travis Charest, fan favorite, huge in the 90s, disappeared forever. People love his art, and justifiably so. It is amazing. I've been anticipating this book for a while now, and it looks so good. It pays off in spades. So that is what we're looking at today. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do that. Hit the like button, and let's get right into it. My God, look at this gorgeous cover with all this detail. It's so funny. The first thing I'm drawn to is that she's holding a bag of groceries, and it's such a cliche to have like a baguette in there. I know that's silly, but and the writing on this is reminding me of the Jack Daniels bottle. So I guess that probably says more about me than it does the cover. But anyway, let's get into it. It is so good. So this series is, I'm not sure how long it is, but it's being drawn by a different artist every issue. Arguably, some people might think that's a distraction. For me, it's a plus. The first issue was drawn by Frank Quitely, a tough act to follow. Carl Kerschel did a pretty good job on the second issue, and this is going to be another tough act to follow. Travis Charest is amazing. You might know him. He hit the scene as like an amazing Jim Lee clone, but then quickly evolved into his amazing, unique style, and people just love his work. He's an artist. He is just highly sought after. People really hold him in high regard. And I turn the page and like you're blown away, right? Look at the amazing detail. He's notorious for being slow, self-admitted. I mean, when you look at this level of detail, you can see why. Another interesting note with Travis Charest is that he made a shift to digital a couple years ago, and initially it really changed the look of his style. I feel like he's gotten something of his groove back and like has navigated it in the most amazing way. On one hand, it does look very like computer generated. I mean, clearly there's some sort of modeling or something going on there. This doesn't look like it's all been hand drawn. But the way it's just put together, it the results are undeniable. It looks beautiful. I could get lost in the detail of this forever. And a lot of the hallmarks, the signatures, the way that Travis uses like a lot of negative space to sort of like, I don't know, break up, the insane amount of detail on panels like this. And then you got this nice panel here just to give your eye a break in a way. And it's just beautiful. This story is sort of like a superhero group's book. You would think at this point, like, hasn't Mark Millar done that to death? But this is fun and interesting. This is like this Korean scientist and her husband come up with like basically a super soldier formula. It's like, during World War II, there was a race to create a super soldier. And so they always thought the military would do it, but then a private citizen did it. And now she's sort of recruiting people and giving out superpowers in a lottery like system. So the issues are kind of telling the stories of the people that she's recruiting. We had like India, they're from different countries. We had India last issue, and this time around we're getting France. And there's this interesting backstory with her son, and he kind of gets involved and becomes like her sidekick Paris. I mean, it is just a fun comic book. And you have stuff like this. Like, if Travis Charest takes a long time, I can't even imagine how long this issue must have taken, because he hasn't really done interiors in a long time. I feel like he made his comeback mostly as a what do you call it, an interior artist, or I mean a cover artist. So I mean, look at this double page spread. Is this amazing? Like, where do you even start? I don't even know. But this, once again, very signature Travis Charest. Like, he's known for using like circle panels and stuff. The joke is like, if you see a circle panel in the 90s, it was a CD for sure, like being used as a template. Like this, I feel like this is like such a signature Travis Charest page. Like, I feel like this could be taken straight out of Wildcats, just the way he has choreographs the characters on the page. And this stands out to me as like one of my favorite pages. I really love it. I love the way he draws tech and stuff. I think he's found an amazing balance of being able to do this sort of digital thing and marry it with his style. I think that we are definitely in the sweet spot here. This looks beautiful. I feel like we hit the freaking lottery. I mean, a $4 comic book with all these beautiful interiors by Travis Charest. Like, who knows? Like, enjoy this because I don't know when we'll get something this dense and on this level from Travis. I hope that I am wrong because, he's such an asset to comics and people just love him. I love this panel too. Clearly, it's like, I don't know how he achieved this, if he did all the lettering and then did the art inside it himself, which kind of makes sense, but I just love it. It's very comic booky. It's very, Mark Millar. Mark Millar. It's hard not to say Millar, but it's pronounced Miller. Like, just, is one of my favorite writers. I really love pretty much everything he does, and especially when it's with Frank Quitely. And I think the only way it could get better is with Travis Charest. I mean, are you dying? Do you love this? I mean, you do. You're probably watching because of this. And if you didn't know this was out, you're gonna want this. Like, luckily, I feel like I didn't really know the series was coming until like right before it came out, which is my favorite scenario. Then you don't have to wait forever for it. Um, but like I said, see, like clearly this isn't just completely hand drawn. Like there's some sort of 3D modeling or some sort of guide work happening. But like I said, I mean, it's gorgeous. This is Mark Millar is like definitely the king of cinematic comic books and always aligns himself with artists who know how to pull it off in the best way possible. And this really is just freaking gorgeous. And props to Dave Stewart. It looks beautiful. I feel like last issue I was complaining because the colors were too dark. And while this definitely does have a muted palette, I think it only serves to enhance the art and it looks really good. So kudos all around. I mean, just insane. Insane. I love Travis Charest's faces. I love just the gestures and just, I don't know, the line work. It's just so unique. I feel like maybe there's someone out there who is similar, and I don't know if Travis has spawned any clones of himself since this time. That would make sense because people just worship his art. And like I said, justifiably so. It is pretty freaking amazing. I am never going to say no to a Travis Charest drawn anything. And the story is just so good. It ends on like this really positive note of like hopefulness in a way, like because the story could have gone really dark and I'm not going to spoil much of it. So the next issue we have Mark Millar and Olivier Copiel. I am looking forward to that. I love his art too. So like I said, like there is a just an amazing rogues gallery of hot artists on this book that make it worth it alone, but it's an enjoyable book on top of that. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Travis Charest has returned to comics, and it's amazing. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button, and I will bring you more later.